Crisis in the Middle East. The UN now warning of a full-scale war between Israel and Hamas as deadly clashes escalate. Matt Gutman is there on the front lines in Israel. Matt.
Hey, good morning, Michael. Right here is where a rocket landed earlier this morning, firing shrapnel at 360 degrees. And the shock waves from that blast punched in those walls. The 100-pound warhead apparently ignited all of these cars. And just as we were standing here, we found a toddler's pair of shorts that appeared to be blown out of one of these apartments. Now, scenes like this are making the UN's warning of a possible full-scale war seem much more likely this morning.
Overnight, the sky igniting with Israeli airstrikes and Hamas rocket fire. As Israeli warplanes howled over Gaza, this salvo of missiles ripping into this 14-story building, drone video flying over the debris fields. Israel said it was targeting Hamas infrastructure, but warned civilians before bombing. Palestinian health officials say over 80 people have been killed, including Hamas operatives, but also dozens of civilians and at least 17 children, nearly 500 wounded. Hamas has launched over 1,600 rockets towards Israel the past few days, those rockets targeting the Tel Aviv metro area where nearly half of the population lives. A Palestinian rocket hitting this Israeli apartment building, rescuers scrambling to get people out, some brought out on stretchers. Those air raid sirens wailing almost hourly, including while we were on the air.
Another siren sounding, which means there's about a minute and 30 seconds before the rockets start falling. There they are. You can see some of it looks like Iron Dome projectile rising right above us.
And there is little sign of let-up.
They are not running out of rockets just yet. They have fired quite a lot of rockets, but unfortunately they've been able to stockpile a lot of rockets over the last years. So that is not the case.
Would you say there are thousands more?
I would say that there are thousands more.
The conflict also spreading to the West Bank, where Israeli troops clashed with Palestinian protesters. In the Israeli town of Lod, ethnic Palestinian citizens of Israel clashing with police, leaving dozens wounded. They say they are demonstrating against being treated as second-class citizens. And south of Tel Aviv, this horror. A mob of right-wing Jewish activists pulling a terrified Arab motorist out of his vehicle, even using an Israeli flag to beat him.
Now, today is Eid al-Fitr. It's one of the holiest days in Islam, and we've spoken to Palestinians here in Israel and in Gaza, and they're telling us it does not feel like a holiday. Now, President Biden has said it is his hope that we will soon see a cessation of violence. The Israeli military telling me it has no timeline right now, and if it has to, it will launch a ground campaign into Gaza, so certainly no immediate end to the violence in sight. George.
It has exploded so quickly. Okay, Matt, thanks. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.